We are on board and YouTube is live. Oh my goodness, and I didn't even do my lighting here. Hold on, no way, it looks terrible. Sorry. This is gonna be a little scary here. I'm gonna get the lighting fixed. Okay. Oh, come on now. Always well. Okay, let's see here. And we go really quick. Oof, 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 oof. Stop, get down. How horrible is that? It's like an eclipse there, like a solar flash. Solar flare. Okay, is that good? I think that's good. What do you think? All good? My hair. All right. Hello, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna get this one looking at everyone in the same direction at least. That's always fun. Okay, how are we doing? I don't like these glasses. I forgot to get the ones I liked from downstairs. I was running, of course, as usual. Heidi, I gotta answer you. I saw your message. I didn't get a chance to get back to you. Karen, hello. Pat, Jennifer, Dawn. All right, Nicoletta, yay, everyone's here. Shit's going on, man. People are taking action. This was a week of action. Really was. This was a week where people were making changes, making moves, making decisions. It was hot. It was amazing. No, last week was a weepy week. Hey, Karen. This week, people came in with a mission. And they just wanted to get like, what do you see? I'm seeing some changes. Hell yeah. New jobs, new homes, new, you name it, man. New decisions. Hey, Garrett. It's Friday and they roll around quick, don't they? My bird is drinking all my coffee. It's so bad. Could you not? Like the last thing you use caffeine. Let's say hi to your adoring public. Let's say hi. And thank you, those of you who followed his Facebook page. What are you doing? You're busy too. You see your Facebook page? Huh? Orlando the Wise Cockatoo. Yeah. He got his own page. What? You're busy talking too. Look at you. All right. Anywho, can you say hello? Can you say anything? My God, you're so quiet when everyone's here. So everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. I know. Anyway, yeah. So that was the week. It was a good week. Quite a few Aquarians in the shop. Aquarians are funny, and I, they're one of my, well, everyone's my favorite, but I do have a lot of Aquarius friends, and thank you. Could you go? Just drink some coffee because you obviously are going to be a mess till you do. They don't always adapt to change well. It's a fixed sign. For all that they rule the house of revolutions and interesting stuff, revolutionary, they don't necessarily take well to change. So they more than any other sign other than Taurus, they can really get stuck in a rut. And they like their rut. That's the difference. They enjoy their rut. They like their routines, they like their creature comforts, just like Taurus does. So, hey there, how are ya? Mahogany, yay. Gail. So anyway, a lot of Aquarians coming in, and again, dealing with changes and just their own nervousness around that. The need to change. People are feeling it, and it's not a bad thing. It really isn't. It's like a fire under their ass. But I liked it. It wasn't a panicked energy. It was a planful. It's planful. I'm sorry, this is killing me here. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Hey, Brian. So anyway, I don't know what to tell you because it really was. This week I just did a lot of unpacking the boxes and new stock coming in. Placed a lot of orders this week. A lot of new stuff coming in. I'm excited. I get my ADD serves me well as a shop owner because I get sick of looking at the same stuff. So I'm always looking to buy new stuff, get new stuff in, new displays, move the store around. That helps a lot. Hey, Amanda, Aaron. Okay, everybody's here. So anyway, and some actually it was funny. Aries was the other sign. I saw a few Aries, but again, wanting to make good decisions. Aries are an interesting breed because they are the action sign. They are the action sign. The first sign of the zodiac, fire sign. You know, Aries rushes in where fools fear to tread, where angels fear to tread. And that's where Aries goes. The soldier, the white knight. But they get insecure. You know, they really do, and they want people to like them. They pretend they don't, but they really do. And so that was more about Aquarius out of their comfort zone, and Aries taking a deep breath before they make some plunges. Very cool stuff. Nothing bad, I have to say. Hey, Aaron. Yes. Well, no worries. Now, for people working in hospitals, and that was rough. It's been a rough week. I've heard that a lot of psych wards are emptying out, a lot of people being released, which is might be fun for the rest of us. A lot of rehabs, a lot of unpleasantness there. Hey, Susan. And what else? I'm looking at comments, so I can't read them. Secret very well. You don't. Aries, pretty cool people, actually. But I like people. I've always been a people person. The one thing I've never understood, especially when someone describes themselves as spiritual, people who say, I don't like people, I hate people, I only like animals, I don't like people. It's like, how do you not like people? I mean, some people make it really hard to like them, but most people are pretty cool. Most of us just want to take care of our families, want to live our best life, and no matter what part of the world we live in, we love our children. And most people are doing their very best. You get some really bad eggs, and they give everyone a bad name for sure. Yeah. But you know, when people are bad, they're just really bad, and one bad person can do a lot of damage, and that's what gets scary, and that's what's hard. So, like I've often said, when I work for mental health, I was put in charge of archiving files that had been gathering for like 20, 30 years. I mean, just hundreds or thousands of files. It took me a couple of years to actually get this done, to get them archived, boxed, dated, and packed away out of file cabinets, and the juvenile file next to the adult file. And these are people who were put in hospitals, who were committed. But I made the mistake of reading some of these files, and really, that was a mistake. That's haunted me my whole life. That will always haunt me to the day I die. No one needs to read those files. That's why I can't watch horror movies. It's why I can't. I really, because it's people do some horrible things, and you never know who's capable of doing those things. So I know I'm contradicting myself a little bit, but I'm really not. Most people, the reason why we get so upset when we see things on the news, the reason why that bothers us when we post it and we're like, I don't believe. You're right, because it would never cross your mind to do those kind of things. You would never think to hurt a child. You'd never think to cause that kind of damage. You'd never think to hurt someone or lie to someone or steal or take the life savings of a widow or leave someone homeless. I mean, you just wouldn't do it. Most of us are not capable, nor would we want to, you know, and that's why those things horrify us. Not because, you know, we can't believe, it's just we can't understand. And that's good. That's a good thing. That speaks well of us as human beings, right? Because we can't imagine ever wanting to do it to somebody, wanting to bankrupt somebody, wanting to ruin someone's good name, wanting to, for no good reason, except for what's in it for me. So that's the thing, right? Anyway, you're right, Garrett. Brian, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Well, that's the Aries in you, Aaron. I mean, it is the white. That is Aries, the white knight. Excuse me. I drank a coffee too quickly and I ate really fast. I was starving. Brian, what do you do for a living? Don't tell me you're a cop. I'm waiting to find out now. Now I'm curious. I'm trying to go back and forth with comments on both sides. I only have Karen and Mahogany Rain over there on YouTube. But I check afterwards, and during the week that follows the videos, people do tend to watch the YouTube video a little more. Although I've had upwards of like 1,400 people like checking in and checking on the video on Facebook. So, but if you're not following me on YouTube, please follow the YouTube channel. Not just like it, but follow it so that I can get to 1,000 followers. That's kind of a big deal. All right. Well, I guess I am going to move on because there's not much else to talk about. I think we're going to get some more schizophrenic weather. It's getting cold again. We might get some snow or rain tomorrow here in Connecticut. I have only one reader on tomorrow, and that's Sherry. She'll be here all day. She has some appointments, but there should be some availability for walk-ins. And, oh, hold on. Oh, insecurity? Yeah. Mm. You know, mm, yeah, get your comment, Heidi. You know, it's really funny. I was talking to someone last week. I just got an order and I had holy water came in and they were looking for some. And I said, yeah, there was a time when you could just take your glass jar or whatever and go to the church and get some holy water. The churches weren't locked up. And those days are long past. And I think that might have been a turning point. I remember being really little, and my mom used to type the church bulletin. My brother was an altar boy. And I remember the priest, Father Gomez, he was the Monsignor, very young priest. It was a lovely church we belonged to, a little Mexican church in California. And he said that when he came out and he saw cars parked and kids were necking in the parking lot of the church, he said, boy, when I was a kid, we'd be terrified to do something like that in the church parking lot. And then he was talking about churches that were walking in and stealing, stealing from the vestibule, feeling it's just, you gotta be a special kind of brave to steal from a church, you know. Um, and one of my priests actually, he was brokenhearted. He was gifted when he became a priest as his chalices and his communion set was a gift, and someone stole it out of his car. And he said he never got over that. Just how do you steal that out of a car? But and I think that's when society really may have changed, when people were that bold or that, when you can steal out of a church. Yeah, Mom. Believe me, you can't go into the church anymore unless it's open for mass. They're always locked. They lock the doors after mass. And it used to be you could go to church 2 o'clock in the morning, go to church and pray if you wanted to. I'm going back a long ways, by the way. And Connecticut may have been different than California. California was very open. I had a whole different Catholic experience. So you never hear me knock in the church. You never hear me. It was a very different time. We had other religions that would come in, other religions, not other churches, other religions came in and would give the liturgy. I mean, it was amazing. Um, really cool stuff. And still a very traditional Catholic church, but really sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? You can get the comments here. But yeah, it was just different. Even our nuns were young and sweet and pretty. I'm not just, it's not my childhood memory. I mean, I'm telling you, they were really sweet. Um, and I came from California and I knew more about the Catholic Church than I was shocked at friends of mine that went to church, but they didn't even know basic things about being a Catholic. Where I kind of knew that, you know, I don't know. It's just different. That's all. I was always curious. So I always loved theology. Started with my own, but I loved hearing about everybody else's too. How do you believe? What do you believe? When you pray to God, what does God look like to you? And I always was, goddess. I always believed in, Mary and goddess, and the feminine face of God. I was like a little girl. I remember that. I was like that. It always fascinated me. Yeah. I'm afraid to go to Ireland. I won't leave. I know I won't leave. So that's what's going on. Good week. It's been busier. Now it's not quite so cold. It's staying light later. It's picking up. But I'm not complaining. It's been good. All right. So I'm shuffling cards. Let's throw some cards. It's been a long day. Let's get to reading. I am doing, for anyone who's new, a 6-card spread. I encourage you, if you read tarot, I'll tell you what cards I'm pulling. You go ahead and throw cards yourself and see how you would read them. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a triangle. Top card being the issue at hand. The next 2 cards are what's impacting the situation. And then the final 3 are outcome cards. It's a short-term reading. Hi, Virginia. Short-term reading. And as often happens when I'm doing my own private readings or readings to the store, I'll read somebody and it's about their kid or it's about their brother or their husband. Reading today was all about, I was like, geez, a lot going on for your husband. New job, this, that, and yep, all this going on. So it was her reading about her husband. So my point is, if it doesn't resonate for you, and I'm not one of these people who's ever going to say, this reading is meant for you if you're hearing it right now. You'll never hear me say that. That's bullshit. But it may be that it resonates for someone that you're friends with, or your family, or someone that you care about, a message that maybe they should hear. Okay? So sometimes a reading is just a reading. I never shut up anyway, so just try to be entertaining, okay? All right. I feel like something good and big is getting ready to happen. It's funny. I have a weird feeling like there's changes in the air, and it doesn't feel altogether threatening or bad. It really doesn't. I feel like there's stuff being revealed. I feel like I don't know, like when there's a storm and you start to see the clouds part and the sun is coming out a little bit. That feeling. I like that feeling. Mm-hmm. I'm using I have 2 decks. I have the deck I use downstairs, which is our deck, the Talisman and Cauldron deck, which China beautifully designed. And we do sell, by the way. Oh gosh. And we're putting together a new shop store. So there's a lot more stuff will be available online. But the cards I read with, those are available for sale. And we have our own page, the Talisman and Cauldron Tarot page on Facebook. You can order them right off the page and have them shipped to you. And then this is the Intuitive Tarot. It has been sadly discontinued. I keep talking to the US Games and saying they really should bring the deck back. I have kind of small hands for all that I'm tall. And so this is just a really nice size card for me. It's a 3/4 size card. And it's a collage deck. So it just speaks to me. There's a lot of weird myths around tarot too, that someone has to gift you your first deck. Not true. I think sometimes it's good to start with the Rider-Waite deck, just because the images are kind of archetypal images and they carry over in other decks at some degree. Most decks have some images pertaining to the Rider-Waite. So it's almost like learning a base language and then going on from there. But anyway, let's read some cards. All right, and we're going to start with Aries. And the first card up, we have the 4 of Cups reversed. And then we have the Queen of Cups reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed. The Chariot reversed, the Ace of Coins reversed, and the 4 of Swords, oh yes, reversed. Now, the sword cards usually, when they're reversed, just so you know, swords are usually problems and illnesses. So when they're reversed, it usually makes them better. Reversed doesn't mean opposite. For example, the Three of Swords is heartbreak. Reversed is anxiety. It diminishes the impact of a harsh card in that case. The Ten of Swords, that awful card that everyone hates to see, person lying prostrate, 10 swords through their back. Well, reversed, it's coming up, like hitting the bottom of the barrel. Think of a drug addict hitting the bottom of the barrel, losing everything, not able to just when you don't want to get out of bed, it's just that bad. You can't get up. Well, when it's reversed, it is the getting up part of it. It's not getting any worse. It can only go up from there. So, anyways, getting back to Aries cards, we start off with the Four of Cups reversed, and the Four of Cups reversed is knowing what you want. Knowing what you want. Queen of Cups reversed, the Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed is usually listening to professional advice. And the Queen of Cups reversed very often speaks to a woman who's dealing with anxiety, depression. Yeah, you made it. It's not, the Five of Swords reverse, yeah, reverse is taking professional advice, not just seeking it out, but actually taking it. Chariot reverse is usually, well, not ready to move forward yet. The Ace of Coins reversed, money not being there, and the Four of Swords reversed speaks to anxiety. Now, how do I put these cards together? Because obviously they're not great, except for that first card of knowing exactly what you want. Well, you do know what you want. But I think what I'm looking at here is knowing what you want, and then this comes up. Everything's not in place to get what you want. He did not poop on my hair. No, he didn't. I would have felt it. He didn't, unless you're seeing something I don't see. But no, I think he may have dropped a feather, but he didn't poop. Promise you. Oh my God. That's something he doesn't usually do. That I don't, since he was a baby, he hasn't done that since I've had him. He's gotten my shoulder a few times. All right. Unless he did poop on my hair, really? Where did he poop on my hair? Well, I'll be, you bastard. Where did you do that? I don't have my hand in it, so I'm assuming it's in the back because I'm looking at the front. Okay. Everyone knows that's good luck. Asshole. Wow. Nice. Anywho, it's supposed to be good luck. Anyway. Knowing what you want, but not having the means to get it just yet. Everyone's laughing. That's funny stuff. That's what I hoped. It is good. Yes, thank you, Sandra. It is good luck. That's what they say. Stepping in it and having it fall on you. Good luck. All right. And I really want to think that there's anxiety here, but you're talking to experts. You're talking to people in the know to figure out just how exactly, whether it's a matter of investing money or a lot of people talking about starting their own businesses. And I'm just like, you need to talk to, just call the Department of Revenue Services and they'll put you through to people to get you started in the forms you got to fill out. Like I've said 1,000 times, they want you to start business. They want, no one's stopping you. Only you're stopping you. They want you to. Okay, it's in the back. All right, I'll make sure I don't lean back. That really was very rude. Anyway, yes, they want you to start businesses. The minute you start businesses, you start paying fees and you start paying taxes. So they're all about that. They will help you, happily help you. Call DRS. It's not hard. If I can do it, believe me, anyone can do it. So, and the other mistake people make really quick is going into an LLC. Unless you own property and you're in a business that there's a chance you could get sued, they'll tell you to start an LLC because it costs more money and there's more forms and paperwork. But if you don't have employees and you really don't, you have insurance, you really can go a sole proprietorship. And a sole proprietorship, easy, easy, easy to pay the taxes. It's one form, and you're basically opening a business, and you get your wholesaler's status, where you get your tax paperwork, where you're not paying taxes. And so that's one mistake people make, is choosing to go into an LLC before they should or they need to. And I was a sole proprietorship my first 10 years of business, so I know what I'm talking about. All right. So Aries, now let go of some of the fear and talk to more people, talk to more experts, get the plans. The plans are being laid. All right. Taurus. All right. Okay. Taurus. The Four of Coins reversed. The Page of Cups. Four of Wands. The World reversed. The Ten of Coins. Three of Cups. Wow. Okay. Now, of course, not every Taurus is looking to buy a house. However, man, this if not you, then maybe one of your kids, because this really does speak to real estate investment, but in the very sweetest way, like in a family kind of way, ready to change your life, ready to move in with somebody. I love these cards. I really do. The first card up, this is Four of Coins reversed, is just about how, other ways to make money. How can I make more money? But it's all to an end of supporting family. Four of Wands, I'm looking at career advancement. The World reversed. Ten of Coins. I mean, these are lovely cards. Lovely cards. I mean, and maybe if you own a home, you're looking at adding on or doing renovations. But I really think, you know what you need to do. And it's all about family and home and providing and really investing in the nicest way possible. Okay? What else to say about that? Page of Cups could also be, I got to tell you, baby on the way. So it could be that idea of, making room, setting up a nursery, big changes, happy changes, like that. All right, Gemini. Oh, God. Okay. Gemini. Page of Wands reversed. King of Cups. Nine of Swords. Judgment. Page of Coins. Temperance. Alrighty. Well, Gemini. The Page of Wands reversed. This time of year, I usually see it with kids who don't know any idea what they want to do in school, no idea where they're taking their career, just a lot of anxiety, that Nine of Swords. It does speak to, it doesn't have to be a young person, mind you. It could be anybody who's just thinking, what new endeavor? I'm looking at the Judgment card and the Page of Coins and the Temperance. The way I would read this card is doing something that may not be as creative. The Page of Wands reversed is not as creative. It's solid. The creativity will come afterwards. Sometimes, what young people don't want to hear, or any of us want to hear, is that there's a whole lot of your job that isn't going to be sexy. A whole lot of your job that's not going to be creative and fun. Running a shop is one of them. There's parts of my shop that are absolutely a blast. Ordering stuff and talking to people and setting up and all that. Great stuff. when I'm there till 2 in the morning doing paperwork or cleaning or, getting the taxes pulled together or any other things that are not that much fun. And often that grunt work you do before you get into the fun part. That's what these cards speak of. They really do speak of good stuff coming, money coming. I think the money's there, actually. And I really think if it's a young person I'm seeing who has no idea of sense of direction, I think what they're going to do is do the basics first. So this is a kid who's going to go to college, and you have 2 years. In your first 2 years, you get your core subjects out of the way. And I think that's what you're going to do. You're going to do the basic, boring, not fun stuff, and the good stuff will follow. You'll figure out what you want to do later. You do have time. You don't have to go to college knowing exactly what you want to do. You don't have to declare your major. And you certainly can change your major. My daughter Devin did it 3 times. But I mean, these are not bad cards for Gemini. I think it's just groundwork being laid, and plans for really financial success. Page of Coins, Judgment, Temperance. These are great cards. All right. Balance. Doing the things you need to do before you do the things you want to do. That's a better way of putting it. All right. Yeah. Doing things you need to do before you do things you want to do. Perfect. Okay. Cancer. All right. Cancer, we have the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Swords, 10 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Empress, and the Moon reversed. Okay, so this isn't so great. Not so great at all. I mean, these cards speak to gossip. They speak to things that have been hidden being revealed. I hate the 10 of Swords card. I think, okay, so if Gemini was doing the things you need to do before you do the things you want to do, these cards speak to the things you want to see versus the things you have to see. And it looks like, I would really, the way I feel is it's probably something that you really care about is talking shit behind your back. That's how I would really, and it's devastating. There's nothing worse than someone you thought you could trust, someone that you thought really cared about you. And it seems to be a male-female kind of thing. Could be a brother-sister. It could be, relationship. Could be, but it someone's talking shit. That's the only way I could say this 7 of Swords and the Moon reversed. And it's going to come back to you. Someone's going to tell you, and they're going to tell you in a very bold-faced kind of, this is how it is. You think you can trust this person, and you can't. And it's really crappy. Now I'm going to hope with this first card up here, the Page of Cups, that it's not someone talking about your kid. I'm hoping that your kid is being bullied, someone that you thought you could trust around your child who now is not, like a coach or a teacher, or a daycare provider. But I want you to listen. Yeah, obviously, anyone who's listening to me, yeah, you better watch yourself, buddy. No, you know what? No, don't even start. What? Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So, anyways, that's what these cards mean to me. I'm looking at the Mother card, the Empress. I'm looking at this King of Swords, which is just direct, straight up talk. And someone's going to tell you something, you're not going to like hearing it, but you need to hear it. All right? Oh, don't get him hearts. If those hearts are for him, don't get him hearts. He shit in my hair. He doesn't deserve any hearts, Orlando. No hearts. My brilliant readings? Yes. Him? No, not so much. Okay. Oh, Leo. Leo. The hangman. The tower reversed. The Hierophant reversed. The Knight of Coins reversed. The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay? These cards, they're reading funny tonight. It's so different than last week when I was pulling extra cards, and these are so straight up. These cards, give me a second. Oh boy. You know, when that one person's doing all the right things, I'm on we've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and now we're on Leo. Okay? That person does all the right things. They're the friendly, hardworking, good person you can always count on. Well, they're tired. They're tired of not being appreciated. They're tired of not getting paid enough. They're tired of not doing what they want to do, whether it's a mother or whether it's a worker or whether it's a friend. And they're tired of being that one, the dependable one, the solid one, the one you can always count on. They're sick of it. They're sick of it. And you know what? They're about to say no. They really are. They are about to walk away, whether it's a job where they've been taken advantage of or not appreciated. I almost wish this was a Virgo reading. This sounds very Virgo, but this is Leo. This is Leo's pride, saying, I've done everything right. Leos do not get credit for their loyalty. Leos are loyal as fuck. They really are. Until you hurt their feelings or you hurt their pride to the point that they can't come back from it. I have watched Leo men and women do amazing things. I mean, like shoulder the burden of the whole family. I don't know how many Leos I know that are supporting a mortgage, a family, putting little brothers and sisters through college. I mean, Leos are amazing. And then one day, the wrong person says the wrong thing, and they're like, guess what? Bye. I'm moving to Costa Rica, you know? See ya. And they walk away from everything. They will walk away from it all, burn it all to the ground, very much like a Scorpio. Okay? And this is that Leo that is tired and who's holding it together, but the clock's ticking. They know what they want. They know what they deserve. They know what they should be getting paid. They know that they're not appreciated. The Hierophant reversed. They want something different. This is the housewife who's just been taking care of kids, who's been, taking care of the husband, and the kids go off to school, and she's like, yeah, I just cooked my last dinner. Make your own damn dinner. Pick up a vacuum. Those days are over. I'm going off, and I'm getting a job. I'm gonna go make my own money and have my own fun. This is what I'm looking at for Leo. Okay, this is Leo. Just taking stock. Taking stock. You really want to be on the side of Leo that's like Erin there with her husband, supporting, and you want to be that person. Build up a Leo. My oldest boy is a Leo. That's all I ever had to do with Derek was say, boy, I really always thought you could do better. And he'd be like, I can do better. The few times he did mess up, I expected more from you. I can only, they're honest and they have integrity, and I'm a big fan of Leos. Okay. And the cool thing is, like, every sign has its shadow sign. So sure, Leos can be selfish and lazy. Absolutely. The nice thing about my crowd, my people that come to my stores, I don't get the shadow people. Those people don't have any interest in my store. They have no interest in coming into the store. They have no interest in buying stones. So I get to preach to the choir every day. I get to be around the very best people every day. I don't advertise my business, and I don't want people in there who don't want to be there. So I don't run sales. I'm not trying to tempt you to come in. Don't come in. It's okay. No, Nicoletta, that's the shadow side. That's the what's the word I'm looking for? When you oh my God, can't think of the word. But there's a side of Leo that's horrible. Yeah, my people are all animal people. They all love animals. They all love nature. They're gardeners. They're good people. Love their families. So, but no, there's bad ones. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I'll tell this little story before I go on to do Virgo. I was talking to someone just yesterday, and when women come to the store, and it's true, witchcraft has always been the place of last resort through millennia. When your parents and your families couldn't help you, when the doctor didn't know, when your preacher or your priest couldn't, that's when they made that trip across the hedge or over there to the medicine man or the medicine woman. That's where they went, to that wise woman or whatever, that funny person that kept the herbs, and that's when they went to see that person. And that's when they come into have any other recourse. Um, and that's fine at all. And in fact, I always say, let's practicality before magic. Let's look at the practical ways. I need a cord cutting. Is he still on your phone? Okay. Just connect, baby. That's a cutting a cord right there. He shouldn't be able to get a hold of you. That's how you cut a cord. No contact on your social media. Delete. Just off. Block. Restraining orders. Very magical. Very magical. That's a cord there too. You can't have access to me. Right? But when women come to the store, women come in looking for magic. It is almost always because they've got a sick child that there's no help for, that they're not getting answers for. Husband needs help at work. For one time, I somebody come in, Europeans. They had opened up a restaurant that was doing extremely well. It was a very popular, and the wife had come in and she said, "We're having problems. We were doing great business, and then all of a sudden, we think someone did something. There's a lot of jealousy in our community, and people aren't coming up to the door, or they're coming up, and they pull in, and then they just pull right out." It's. I said, "Oh, well, that is weird. Um, anything else that's been strange?" And she goes, "Yes." She goes, "Someone has broken eggs on our front door, like every day for the past 2 weeks." I'm like, they're breaking eggs? She goes, "Yes, 7 eggs every day." I said, 7? Exactly the same number. She goes, "Yes, 7 eggs broken on our front door." I'm like, "What are you doing with the eggs?" "So, we go out there, we clean up and bring them in, put them in the garbage." I'm like, "You bring them in?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay. Guys, you never bring things in your home. Out, always out of the house, okay? Always off the property. Someone told me recently, "Oh, I'll talk to someone, blah, 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 told me to do the spell, and then told me to bury it in the backyard." I'm like, off the property, always 3 or 5 miles off the property, in the woods, away from us. You throw things into the river, they need to be flowing away from your home, okay? Over your shoulder, you never look back. So, Magic 101 for you, Witchcraft 101. I will get that class together, I promise. So I said, okay. Tell you what I told her to do. I said, first of all, stop bringing things in your home. You need to go back to the restaurant, and you got to go back at dawn, just before this, just as the sun is coming up. And you need to bring a bucket with you, and you need to have everyone in the family, or you and your husband, need to pee into a cup. Pee into a cup your first morning urine. Put the cup in a bucket. In the bucket, you put water, fresh water. I want you to clean the front porch. You clean the porch, and it was a porch that went across the whole restaurant. And she described it to me. You're gonna sweep across the whole porch, all right? And then you're gonna take this bucket of water, what is called chamber water, because it's back when there were bed chambers and chamber pots. It's called chamber water. That's what your first morning urine is known as. You're going to take that and you're going to go splash it across the entire porch and then sweep it towards the street, across and down. Okay, you just right off there. And that's going to break that energy of those eggs that they were working against you. And think of a dog when it pees on a tree or when it pees on a fire hydrant. It lifts its leg up high so it goes over all the other dogs. There's a reason they do that. That's one of the dogs are reading the newspaper there on the hydrant. They know who the top dog is. So you want to, again, anyway, long story short, yes, that actually worked. Broke it, back to business as usual. All right? Very simple magic, but strong magic. And it's all about intent. And you know, these people that advertise, I'm not trying to take anyone's business away. I'm going to clean for you. I'll go out there, I'll clear it, I'll take care of it. The person best suited to clear your home is you. Okay, you care for your children. You want to protect your family. You want to preserve your business. It is best suited that you do it. You just got to know how. Okay, so that's a little something there. Anyway, now, in the case of a haunting, or some of the pretty macabre things we're hearing lately, I've been calling people in to, that you do need someone to go in and help with that. But that's a whole other story, okay? That's not someone doing something, that's something actually in, an entity in your home. That's another story, okay? Hey, Elizabeth, how are ya? Yes, cleansing and protection, absolutely. But in this case, warding, more of a ward. And then that's the three things. You cleanse yourself, you cleanse your home, and then you ward the property. And that's, all right? All right, Virgo. 3 of Wands. The High Priestess reversed. The 3 of Swords reversed. The 5 of Wands. The 9 of Cups reversed. And the 7 of Coins. Okay? How do I read these cards? Yeah. How do I read these cards? You know, if Virgo acts like they're the smartest person in the room, it's because they usually are the smartest. That's the truth. It's hard not to when you when you know you've got the answers, right? 5 of Wands is usually that same argument over and over and over again. Usually at work, it's a Wands card. A lot of anxiety around that, being questioned. You know, Virgo, sometimes you just gotta let people be assholes. You know, there's no getting around it. Sometimes there's no winning. 9 of Cups reverse. There's no winning the fight. Okay, and you gotta let them fail. And Virgo hates that. You know, that there's all those really cool memes like Virgo when they realize that, you know, you just did the very thing they told you not to do when they watch, you know, happy now? But it's true. And, you know, in this case, Virgo, whether it's, and I'm looking at it as 3 of Wands, could be one of your kids with school. You might be arguing with one of your kids about what they need to do or how they need to do it. You know, sometimes you've got to let them fail. 7 of Coins. It's going to be okay. This could be you arguing with a child about what they're going to do with their career. I will say more of us should let our kids take a year off, that gap year that is so popular in Europe that we don't do here in the States. The kids travel and, you know, backpack through Europe. Well, they're already in Europe, so I guess it's easy, but easier. But you may have a kid who's not ready for school yet. And you may have a kid who wants to go to school where you really can't afford to send them. 7 of Coins. In which case, I'm against people taking out seconds on their house and stuff, taking out second mortgages or taking out big loans for kids to go to school. You know, go to community college for 2 years. No shame in that. But anyways, it speaks to Virgo. You're right. You know you're right. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at cards saying you're right. But there's no point in this. You can't win this fight. Sit back and make yourself a cup of coffee and bring out the cup popcorn and watch the show. Okay? Oh, it's freezing. I'm sorry. Okay. Did you guys get that? Crap. Everybody get it. Basically, Virgo, same argument over and over again. Can't win it. Move on. You're right. They're wrong. And it'll come back around to you being right. But the point is, if it's about spending money, don't spend the money. If you don't let anyone talk you into doing something that you don't want to do. Because you're right. All right? Libra. Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, good. Thanks. All right. Libra. 10 of Cups reversed. 6 of Swords. Strength reversed. Dreamer reversed. Ace Cups. Sun reversed. Holy crap. Talk about a schizophrenic deck. Okay. 10 of Cups reversed is usually emotional unhappiness in the home. And the 6 of Swords is relocation. All right? Relocation. That's the 6 of Swords. Sometimes it's a big trip. Sometimes it'd be a very important trip. A trip across a body of water, a big trip, not a little trip. It's not a little move either. It's a big move. Okay? It's not a move across town. It's a move across states. Strength reversed. Fool reversed. You're hesitating. Ace of Cups. Sun reversed. Well, I'll tell you what. This is one time when you need to stop before you follow your heart. I've always been a big follow your heart and, jump after that golden ring and jump out of that plane and go for it, go for the guys. This is no, Libra. This is one time when you kind of need to just take a breath and wait, pause. The Fool reversed is just taking a moment to not jump off that cliff. Okay? The Sun reversed is saying you might come to regret this. If you're thinking of making a big move to follow someone you love, take a breath. Okay? The cards are saying maybe not, maybe not. And I say that because the Strength reversed, Fool reversed, the Sun reversed. Just because you're unhappy where you are doesn't mean you're going to be happier following somebody else or making this big transition right now. It may be very much the wrong time. I'm thinking of someone I've read recently who made a really big move, and for all the right reasons, but now got caught up in the real estate, fluctuation, and didn't realize how expensive it would be where they've landed. They followed their heart, but this is saying do a little more research, okay? Before you make that big move, make triple sure that you're making the right decision. And it could just be the right decision, is staying put. All right? Make sure there's a job waiting for you. Make sure the person that wants you to go out there really wants you to go out there. Maybe take a trip to visit before you make that move. Been some of that lately too. People blindly going off. And catfishing is a real thing, All right, Libra. So just what was it? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. The thing that you have may be more valuable than you think. Even if you're tired of it, and even if grass isn't always greener. God, so many cliches, but true. Grass may not be greener. Right? Scorpio. Scorpio. The Knight of Swords reversed. The Ten of Wands. The Emperor reversed. The Knight of Wands. The Two of Swords reversed. And the Five of Coins. This is pretty simple. This speaks to a work situation, okay? The Knight of Wands has you, Scorpio, being very quiet, as you usually are. The pressure, Ten of Wands, is huge. And the Emperor reversed speaks again to a poorly run business, authority being misused. What's wrong? Okay. However, Scorpio, the Knight of Wands, Two of Swords reversed, Five of Coins. Two of Swords reversed is that rock and a hard place reversed. Like I always say, choosing rock or hard place. And Scorpio is eminently, like Virgo, practical. It's a very practical sign. Scorpio doesn't get credit for how practical they really are. And they're not about to shoot themselves in the foot. Scorpio rarely will shoot themselves in the foot. This is Scorpio negotiating a very difficult work situation with an eye to either being transferred out of a department or promoted out of a department. Okay, because it also speaks to the money turning around. All right, making some decision, like being nice to someone you really can't stand, you know, shouldering more than your fair share of the burden with an eye toward promotion, with an eye toward, yeah. All right. That's a great. I'm gonna put one more card on Scorpio just to, yeah, the Lovers again, and again, much like Leo, you know, to support the ones at home, support the family, keep things together. You know, it's hard to not tell someone you'll suck ass and leave. You know, and that's easy. But to sit there and keep your mouth shut when someone's just being a total idiot, like Virgo, like that Virgo reading, and I need my paycheck, you know, and I'm not only going to get my paycheck, but I'm going to find a way to use this person's weakness, you know, to my own advantage. Okay, I will exploit it. And that's what Scorpio does. Okay, Sagittarius, the Star, the Six of Wands reversed, Death, the King of Coins reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Wands. Ugh. Well, of course, the Star and the Sun are the two best cards in the deck. The Star is the top of this reading. Optimism, hope, all of that. Wow. This could be a few things. This could be Sagittarius taking care of elderly parents or people that need help. Six of Wands reversed, putting your own ambitions on hold. That's one thing. It also, in this case, making that decision to make a tremendous change. The Death card indicates everything changing. Eight of Wands, stay focused on your career. I want to think things are changing around the Sagittarius. It could be that your industry is changing, technology is changing. So the way you do work, that Six of Wands reverse is that stalemate period while they're making big changes, corporate changes. You know how that is when things are all in a flux and you're just trying to basically just stay afloat. But the cards are saying stay focused, stay sharp. Six of Cups. Maybe a transfer coming in. That may be happening for you. Six of Cups. It's travel, going home. Two of Coins. juggling money. A lot of stuff going on here for Sag. It's not all bad, because Sag, as long as Sag stays balanced, it also could be working out of the home. I mean, I'm just seeing big changes, and it really does seem like the way you do your work, the way you, yeah, it really seems more like work related. Justice, absolutely. Feels like technology. It feels like technological changes. Now, if you're retired, you may want to look at your investments, and make sure that they're in the best place they can be. I tell you one thing: if you're a crypto person, if you're into that, I would be looking at that really carefully, as the government has got its fingers into that now and is changing that. I've just read something that if you're not in Bitcoin, everything else is suspicious at this point. Don't know how true that is. I'm not an investor. I'm not very little knowledge about crypto, but there's some new talk that Bitcoin might be very soon the only solvent thing. There's some real concerns. The government is definitely getting involved. I posted some stuff on my Facebook page, but it could be that. So if you're retired, I'm saying look into the technology of how your money is invested, because things are changing. All right. And if you're working, there could be technological changes around how your work is done and where your work is done. The idea is stay sharp and stay focused. Okay. Capricorn, the Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, Three of Coins, Wheel of Fortune reversed, Six of Coins reversed, Ace of Swords reversed. Well, first and foremost, we have the Nine of Wands, and that is advancement. Wands are career. Nine, it's new horizons, it's new opportunities, and it's next to the Three of Coins, which is celebrating financial success. Okay, and that usually is promotion. That's usually a new job. It certainly is new money. All right. Now, what's the undercurrent of this? Okay, we see the Five of Cups crying over spilt milk. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Six of Coins reversed. Debt, regret. Ace of Swords reversed. Capricorn, well, as always, is playing it close to the chest. Capricorns aren't ones to brag. Capricorns aren't ones to wear their heart on their sleeves. Capricorns are not ones to, hey, look at me. You know, that's not a Capricorn's way. This is Capricorn not just doing what they need to do. There's a strong sense of regret for anything that was mismanaged, anything that put them in a situation. But what are they doing? They're eradicating that. They're, again, Capricorn climbs. Nine of Wands, they climb. They always will. Three of Coins, success. Keeping themselves quiet. What's forcing them upward is possibly debt, is possibly this something bad luck. There's something that crying over spilt milk, but the milk's been spilt. Now you gotta move forward, and the cards have you moving forward. The cards have you making more money, and just being real quiet about it. While all these plans are being made. Okay, all right. I'm glad, Nicoletta. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. We have the King of Wands, the Magician reversed, the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands reversed, the Devil reversed, and the Eight of Coins reversed. Kind of schizophrenic too. Well, the King of Wands is a friendly, happy, people like you like work. It's a great card. If it's a man, we're talking about a man, it's a really fun man, a good man. Fire sign, usually, Aries, Leo, Um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Those friendly, outgoing, go big or go home kind of guys. If it's a work situation, it's going well. Okay. The Magician reversed, the Two of Cups, Two of Wands reversed, Devil reversed, Eight of Coins reversed. To me, these cards would speak to, much like the Leo cards, right? The friendly, the hardworking, the one keeping it together. And I'm seeing a lack of partnership. This Two of Wands reversed, this Eight of Coins reversed, the Devil reversed, the Magician reversed. I'll tell you what, Aquarius, the Two of Cups. If you're thinking of going, and I've got to just read this somewhere. Sometimes the worst people you can go into business with are your best friends. Sometimes they're the best people. Sometimes your sisters, your brothers, best people. You really have to know yourself, and you really have to know that other person. In this case, it looks like that the Aquarius is carrying dead weight in the name of friendship. Okay, in that Two of Cups, that I always love the Two of Cups as a partnership and as a friendship. It's partners who are best friends. It's husband and wife, but they're best friends. But I'm telling you, you're trusting someone to do something that they're not good at for the sake of giving them a job or for the sake of them keeping their job. For example, someone who's in charge of PR who has no idea how to run a PR campaign, who has no idea to run social, who won't go near social media. I hear it all the time. Like, you have a business. Oh, are you on Instagram? Or no. On Facebook? No. Oh, but that's how it's done. That's how you with a business. So so what I want to say to Aquarius is make sure that whoever it is you're entrusting or you're partnered with, that you're working with, they don't know what they're doing. And they're not able to hold up their end of the bargain. And I don't, it's not you. You're not that one, okay? This is someone that you really care about, or possibly you, and let's say your wife or your husband, you're partnered, and you've got a third wheel in there, okay? Maybe one of your brothers or sisters or someone that you thought, but they can't do the job. And Devil reverse, you're going to have to lose them. They're not even enjoying the work, before they really fuck up your business, you need to go. All right. So whether it's one against one or two against one, there's some dead wood that needs cutting, pruning, shall we say. All right. All right. And last, we have Pisces. Pisces, I have the Eight of Cups reversed, the Seven of Wands reversed, the Nine of Coins reversed, the Queen of Coins reversed, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords reversed. How do I read these cards? Well, the Eight of Cups reversed is not leaving home, staying put. Now, sometimes it's a homesickness card. You're being homesick for home, but you can't get there. Sadly, I see a lot of people who have their green cards, but they can't leave to go home. They've got sick family. They've got in other countries, and it's horrible. They can't go home. Seven of Wands reversed, Nine of Coins reversed. In this case, the way I read this is someone who has to stay close to home, can't go away to college. That's that Seven of Wands reversed due to lack of money. All right, someone who has to stay in state or Queen of Coins reversed. The Hermit. Oh. And the Eight of Swords. And I'm going to say this is almost like all your friends are going away to college. Everyone's got their plans for their dorm, and it's horrible. And there you are left alone. And if you're a parent, maybe you're watching one of your kids in this situation where, All their friends are going and they can't go. All I can tell you is it's going to be okay. My daughter Devin wanted to go away to college more than anything, and she started college at 17. She was young. She was 4 when she started kindergarten, and she wanted to go. And I wouldn't let her. Even if I could have afforded it, I wouldn't let her because 17 is too young to be out of state in a dorm. And man, she was mad. Now that she's up in her 20s and she's working, and she said the biggest mistake she made. She said, I wish I had thought to go to community college those first 2 years. I mean, she went to a state school, went to a 4-year college, but she's like, I wish I had just gone to like Housatonic, you know, and barely spent any money and gotten my first 2 years out of the way and then gone to college. See, so you may think, oh my God, this is awful. And we go back to that idea of taking out a second on your house to pay for college or sending that big student loan for your kid. Please don't do that. I sit with so many parents who they sign that student loan and kids are off, and even some that didn't finish college, that's always a kick in the ass because you still got to pay that bill. But there they are. I had one mother who was living in a freaking renting a room. She put 3 kids through college, signed 3 loans, and they were off living their best life. Left their mother carrying. She would love to have retired. She can't retire, you know, and she was renting a room, and they were off in their homes with their families, and mom was renting a room, paying their student loans. So yeah, think twice about that, guys. You're not bad parents because you don't put your kids through college. If they want to go, they'll go. There's plenty of opportunities to go to college. Plenty. Okay? Really think twice about that. Because I hear a lot of sad stories, and there's sad stories from people who are perfectly nice, middle class, want to do well, want to do the right thing by their kids begging and pleading, and man, it's really not the end of the world. Okay, so that's that. That's the readings, and everyone, I hope you're doing well. The energy does feel like maybe it's just because it's staying late later. Maybe it's because it's or light later. Excuse me, late later. Maybe because spring is in the air, but it just feels like we're turning a corner. Feels like things are getting a little better. And I do love that. I'm a spring girl. And yeah, Virginia, big mistake. You're not kidding. I see a lot of people saddled with big loans. And yeah, I don't want to say it again because it's very sad. It really is. You got someone who can't retire that's in their 70s because they're shouldering debt from their kid going to college. And their kid can't pick the loan back up again? You kidding me? Nope. I got no patience for that. But anyway, everyone, behave yourselves. I will talk to you next week. I hope this continues, this sense of optimism that I'm feeling. And you're welcome. Everyone, have a good night. Bye-bye.